I'm at Randy's transmission. It's December 3rd, Monday.
Please don't hit your head.
All right.
Let me get a light.
Okay.
You know, simple as they see. Yeah, it's a complex wiring.
And while we're here, let me show you where the front bushings were not changed. There they are. Those are the front bushings that they charged me for, but didn't change. Here's the other side.
Well, we got a vehicle out there overheating, Frank, or the heater's not working. And then we got KC, who we told her she needed a new O2 sensor.
Here are the rear sway bar bushings. You see the difference?
O2 sensor in it, and now it smells like it's caught on fire.
See, those were replaced in the rear.
So which one's overheating?
You see the pattern looks good.
Yep.
There doesn't look like there's any overheating in those gears.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to see like the wear on these internals here I was talking about, see how much play there is in that?
Okay.
Okay. So that's nothing to do with anything that anyone has done there. And you can, the bearing that you're looking for that is making noise is behind here. That's the pinion gear right there. Okay. So bearing's down inside there. Here's the seal. This is the pinion seal.
I want to see the seal that they fooled around with, though.
That's the seal there.
Okay, so when they put that seal in, they crushed it.
There's a crush sleeve, and there's a seal, there's a bearing, a crush sleeve, and a bearing. Okay, so that crush sleeve, like I was trying to tell you, you got to set pinion preload. You can't set pinion preload on a used bearing.
Okay.
Okay, because
so like
it's a
you
worn
said, they
bearing.
shouldn't have replaced the seal if they didn't
Okay.
do the whole thing.
You know, shouldn't have. Like I said, it depends. Like we will do it as long as we have a conversation with the customer, and I don't know what conversations you had.
He never said anything to me.
So I don't know. You know, it's a risky job. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Okay. But there you go. That's what you got. So we need to rip the whole thing down. We're going to take everything out. We're going to pull your axles out. Okay. We're going to take all this. We're going to wash it, re-shim it, replace every bearing, and reassemble it. We're going to reset the pinion depth to the gear to make sure it's correct for the quietest possible operation. We're going to look at these axles that says they were replaced. I want to make sure that they're not axle saver bearings in there and that they were indeed replaced.
Randy, can you tell me why he did the axle saver, like he tried to repair it and then change the axle out, supposedly?
The axle saver bearing is it's a good idea that doesn't always work. Okay. The axles, the way the bearing is designed, it rides on the axle directly. So if the bearing gets worn out, okay, what you see is the axle's got what's called frettaging on it, where the bearings were riding on it. So if you put a new bearing on there, it'll just wipe out right away. So they made a new style bearing, and what the bearing does is this kind of shifts. So now the bearing rides on a new area on the axle. Okay, and so the theory is if it rides on a new area that's not frettaged, it should last. But it's not an OE bearing, it's not an OE fix, and it doesn't always work as good as you think. We've had to do that too. We're putting the axle saver bearings and go, you know, well, it looks like we're just going to buy new axles.
Yep, and that's what he did.
Okay, and that's the metal that you see inside that's been being generated. It's on that magnet. That's a magnet, and that's metal.
Oh my goodness. All right, so that magnet collected all that metal.
Yeah, that's his job.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why they put it in there.
All right, Randy.
Okay.
So how much is this all going to cost me? Just say it
It was
again.
13 something or other. I don't have the price, the estimate in front of me, but.
All right. All right, thank you.
That's assuming that we don't run across anything else I take it apart. I mean, I've taken it apart as far as I can without costing a lot of money in advance.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you.